I'd like to start by mentioning where I learned to build ponds. Sepp Holzer is considered the permaculture guru in Europe. I took a course at his farm in Rammingstein, Austria, which is called the Krametterhof. Here we learned and applied the basic techniques. You can see Josef Holzer, Sepp's son, who runs the farm now and keeps his father's legacy very much alive. So let's dive in. So you start by choosing the proper location. You need to have access to flowing water. We are lucky to have a full inch of water flowing in constantly from a nearby stream. Standing next to me is Jose, a very skillful and dedicated backhoe operator. He was a critical part of our success. The first step is to set what's called the foot of the dam. It's the first terrace to start building the dam bottom up, and it needs to be well below the deepest part of the future pond. Once this first terrace is done, the backhoe can maneuver along the edge of the dam. The idea is to take material from the upper part of the slope and deposit it on the terrace, compacting it firmly by driving the backhoe back and forth over it. As you keep taking more material, you work your way up the slope. Making thin layers is key to make a compact foundation. You continue using material from the whole of the pond itself. Since you're compressing the soil, you need more material than you initially think. It's really critical to add thin layers on very level terraces. Jose even loaded the front blade of the backhoe to add extra weight and compress the soil even more. Add water if the soil is too dry. You need to make sure the dam circles around the complete lower perimeter of the pond, where the weight of the water would tend to flow downwards. So now you have achieved a considerable length of massive dam, which will support the weight of the water. We wanted a deep pond that can support tilapia, so our pond is about 4 meters deep. Make sure you leave at least 40 centimeters of clearance on top of the dam to prevent any flow of water over it. The next step is to build an emergency drainage canal where water can flow out fast in case of flooding. The canal opening must be at least half a meter below the lowest point of the dam. And it must guide the water away and around the dam without getting anywhere near it to prevent erosion. Finally, secure the slope of the dam with tight rows of vetiver. It takes a while for the water to accumulate since all the earth below and around it needs to get saturated first. This is what the pond looked like after 1 year. The weeds are the first one to take over. Here's a view of the pond after 18 months. The water level receded too much in the dry season. We had to add a lot of local clay and stir the water often for the particles to settle down and clog all the cracks. Sometimes it takes days for the yellowish water to become clear again. The pond has had a very positive impact in the ecosystem. Since we didn't use concrete or plastic, the life in the pond is thriving with small fish, frogs, and insects of all colors and shapes. It has also become an oasis for all kinds of wildlife. But not only the ecology benefits. I love to see life thriving in and around the pond, but I also love to sit and rest in this beautiful spot and feel totally at peace.